it doesn't just always equate to, oh, I'm going to work harder, I'm going to make more money. It does not work that way, unfortunately. You got to work a little bit smarter and kind of prioritize spreadsheets. And you got to know stuff. A lot of people I see, they run left and right. They don't even know what they're making. They're just working because they like working, which is fine. But you know, I like working too, but I don't like working for free. Good morning, everyone. Jimmy Ziggy back with the Ziggy Brothers today. I'm currently on my way to go cut a few lawns this morning on a Monday morning here. Got a little bit of water on the windshield, so it was I guess it was a little bit cooler last night because it's I forget what it is right now, but it's not nearly as hot as it's been. A little bit of dew on the grass and whatnot, but yeah, I gotta go cut about 4 lawns right now by myself. Gonna do a trimming job. Steve's got he's got an appointment I believe this morning to go to, so he won't be joining me, but he will be making an appearance later at some point. But yeah, we gotta go get on our way. We're in the black dually, the 7.3 truck, and we got the little enclosed trailer behind us, just enough to go cut a few lawns. While we're out getting this trimming job done, it just makes sense to do the lawns in the area. This way, Papa Zig is out, and he's also gonna be cutting lawns today, but he's in a totally different area. It saves him time by him not having to come from town A to town B where I'm gonna be. He can just go stay in town A and then go back, do some more lawns in that area instead of having that extra drive time. But let's get after it here today. It's a beautiful day, and the work awaits us. You can see these cones at the end of the driveway. Actually, they're there because our optimum line is actually messed up right now under the ground coming onto the property. So there's just a temporary line running under the ground here, and we just put some mulch and tarps over it so that we don't want to squish this thing. I just gotta move these cones. We don't want the Amazon drivers coming down the driveway. It was very annoying actually not having Wi-Fi. We didn't have it for almost 2 weeks, and that's why we were a little bit slow on uploads. Couldn't do anything with it, and they were trying to find the problem, and they determined that the line under the ground happens to be bad, which is kind of weird because how would it have gone bad? It didn't break or anything because nobody's been excavating up here or anything, but they believe it got struck by lightning actually and destroyed the whole line. So they're gonna have to get a machine out here and dig another trench and put this one under the ground, the boxes over there, so we can have our Wi-Fi be done correctly, hopefully soon, because not having Wi-Fi in this area at least is the worst, because the cell service is not great and we kind of need it. But yeah, that's a little side story there. So I got about a 20-25 minute drive up to this area. Like I said, it's usually I'm not the one cutting these lawns. It's Papa Zig, because it's a little bit closer to him. It doesn't really make business sense to go all the way up there, but since we have a side job, it kind of does because it's worth it, and I have the trimmers and all that stuff. But on more of just a business note too, I just want to talk about our trimming jobs and stuff. Honestly, this year we haven't done that much trimming, and there's a reason why. We really only do trimming for our full service clients. A few of them do it every year, a few of them do it every other year, and so forth. But occasionally we get calls for people wanting us to trim like 1 or 2 bushes, and I'm gonna say 95% of the time we don't do it for somebody who's not on our regular client list. Number one, because we know we're probably not gonna get it, because we're gonna be one of 20 estimates to trim just 1 bush. Usually that's the way it goes. If they're looking for 1 bush trimmed, they're trying to get the cheapest estimate out of you, and they probably called 20 other people. Just from our experience, we've nailed that down on estimates this year of who's really worth it to go check out something and who's not, and kind of by the keywords that however they phrase their voicemail or their message. If they're looking for an estimate for 1 bush, they're probably have already gotten 20 other ones, and you're just gonna be a checkbox on their list. Kind of gonna be a waste of time. That's basically what I'm getting at. It doesn't always work out that way. It just, unfortunately, there's a lot of people who it does work out that way, and you end up going to drive 20 minutes one way, look at 1 bush or 2 bushes, and then you come back and you don't even get the estimate. You just burn 40 minutes plus, probably an hour by the time you send them an estimate with the drive time. But that's why we don't do that, and also because they're not clients that we've previously had, and typically that doesn't go too well either. Not all the time. I'm making it sound like it's terrible, but when you don't have clients like that and somebody calls you in, like I said, just to trim a few bushes or whatever, and they're not going to have you do the leaves or the spring cleanup or the mulch, and typically those clients, they just don't work out. You know, they don't like to spend money, like I just said, and they're either that or they're very particular, and they'll follow you around the yard, and you know, they're not somebody that we've built a relationship with. So they could be a client that they could be a pain in the butt, they could be great, it's just an unknown. So sometimes we take them, it depends on what the job is, but anything that's tiny, it just doesn't make sense from a business standpoint. We're not that desperate for the work, so we're not going to go out and give an estimate for 2 bushes if we don't have to. If it's a big job, yeah, of course, like we'll go look at it or it makes sense. But if it's 20 minutes away, it's only 2 bushes, that just is, it's a waste of time from our experiences this year and the past years. But that's just a little bit side note, business talk. Just picked up my breakfast. I always go with a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese wrap for breakfast all the time. Let's continue on. Well, I'm going on the rant too, actually. I'm going to continue, because I know how much you guys love hearing me rant, especially. Steve rants a lot, but you don't hear me rant that much. I'm going to just talk about what I've been seeing from a lot of other people, a lot of people in the forums, people around here, other companies and so forth that we've seen. You know, everybody's like, oh man, I gotta get the next job, gotta get the next job, gotta get the next job. Running around like a chicken with its head cut off. You know, they're running all over the place, left and right, they're here, there. It's a little bit insane. It goes back to what I was just saying. You know, these people are trying to get every single job booked. You know, they'll go in and they'll do a trimming job. They'll do a lawn. Let's just say they'll do a lawn for like 25 bucks. It is not possible. It's not profitable. It's not. You might walk away with $3 by the time you're done, and by the time you have the guys do it, or you do a trimming job for minimum, you go have your guys do it. You got your gas, your fuel, your travel time. Get the time you spent to go do the estimate, time typed up, send out the estimate, time to bill them if you're not doing a credit card on file, time to go get the check when they mail it and put it in the bank if you're not doing credit card on file. You got insurance to pay, you got workers' comp to pay if you got employees. You know, all that stuff adds up. We say this all the time. By the end of the day, when you run your numbers in the spreadsheet, the guys doing that, they're not making money. They're not making substantial money to make the business worth it. Yeah, they might walk away with a little bit, or they might walk away with something, but not for how hard they're working, how much effort's actually going into their business, you know, how much time is being spent. You know, you run around and then you're trying to do these 5 trimming jobs that you're gonna make minimum. Why not just go advertise harder for 1 mulch job and get that done in a few hours versus spending a 10-hour day trimming or doing, you know what I mean? Or you're doing X amount of lawns for 30 bucks. Why not just get rid of the lawns, add up at the end of the year to however many thousands of dollars. It's not gonna be that much. Maybe it's a couple grand or something, however many it is. And then why not just get rid of them and go advertise harder for a mulch job or something like that? You know, that's the whole point, is to prioritize your time. How much money can you make in the time that you got? You know, it's not all about packing your day filled with jobs that are meaningless, that don't make money. This is a business. You gotta make money. You gotta make your time worth it. You gotta evaluate how much are you making? You know, how much effort are you putting in? Are you working like a dog from sun up to sundown and walking away with the same amount that you could have if you worked half the day and you worked on bigger and better jobs or something else? You know, it doesn't just always equate to, oh, I'm gonna work harder, I'm gonna make more money. It does not work that way, unfortunately. You gotta work a little bit smarter and kind of prioritize spreadsheets. You gotta know stuff. A lot of people I see, they run left and right, they don't even know what they're making. They're just working because they like working, which is fine, but you know, I like working too, but I don't like working for free. I'm kind of getting off page here a little bit, but it's just insane the length that some of these people are going to, that I've seen from the research and just the talking in the forums and whatnot, just some of the stuff that people are doing. I mean, you just got to know your worth in the business. That's basically what it boils down to, and kind of research the pricing. It's competitive. The whole business is. You're not the only one out there. We're not the only ones out here. There's a lot of people, but there is a price line for stuff, and there is a smart way to conduct business that you can make a lot of money in a little amount of time, and if you're smart with it, this business is killer. It really is. But anyway, that's my rant. I don't really go on rants that much, but that's my morning rant for you guys. Look at some of these houses in this development. Oh, we got the deer, little deer. It'd be nice to get some more houses up in this development. There's a lot of them up here. We got one in this one. This house right here on the right. Just a basic front yard. Nothing crazy, and then a little backyard. So turn around here in this cul-de-sac. Somebody's got their washer out for scrap. Just a little turnaround. And you get started. Getting started on the first lawn on Monday is always tough. It's not that bad, but you're like, oh, back to work, but that's how it goes. The multi-force, the equipment should be full. It's full. Nice. There we go. 3 done, trimming's all done, came out great. Now it's getting really hot. We got 1 more lawn, let's go get it. That house always comes out so nice. That was the last one. We're all done here. We can get on our way back home. Man, that Toro Multiforce though is a rough rider. That thing is like, it's like leaf springs on one of these trucks when you're going over bumps. It's like Steve's gold truck actually. It's you feel every bump. I'm sore from just cutting 4 lawns. Granted, they were a little bit bigger, but I was cutting 4 lawns. I'm sore already from that. And I think, yeah, just the platform from riding on it. I would rather use our Ferris mower to cut grass all day. But with the exception of that Toro Multiforce throws the grass so much farther than the Ferris does. So I guess that's a bonus. But the motor's a little bit underpowered, but it like chucks the grass to three stripes over at least. And you don't have to, if the grass is tall, you don't have to blow it out when you're done, or you don't have to cut it twice. You only have to cut it once because you can't even tell that the grass was tall. But with the Ferris mower, sometimes you're having the problem of having to cut it twice because it shoots the grass 1 stripe over and it looks like crap. So we gotta blow it out or cut it again. So I guess in terms of productivity and how it comes out, I think the Toro Multiforce has the Ferris beat on, I think, on cut quality. That's what I'll say. But user-friendly kind of comfortability, I think the Ferris all day. But I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna head home. I gotta hit the auto parts store. I gotta call Steve real quick. Let's see what he has to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
You driving back?
Yeah, I'm on my way back.
We're running to Mars Plains to pick something up, so you're probably gonna beat us.
Yeah.
So it's up to you if you want to go cut the tree yourself, or if you want to go home first and wait for me.
Alright, oh yeah, I still gotta hit Napa, right?
That's up to you, too.
Okay.
We'll be in town tomorrow anyway. We can do it tomorrow.
Do what?
Napa.
Oh, Napa, alright. Where's the chainsaw at?
It should be hanging in your trailer.
Alright, well maybe I'll just go cut it down.
It's already here. Just lay it flat. Don't throw it on the edge of the property. Kind of throw it in the woods where they won't be able to see it.
Alright.
And then just blow it off.
Okay, sounds good.
Alright, thanks. Bye now.
Bye now. Sounds like we got another job to go do. Gotta go cut down a tree. Or a fallen tree branch, I should say. This guy's got a I don't know, probably medium-sized tree branch that fell down in his yard from the pictures. It's a good client of ours that we've been servicing his property forever. So we're gonna go do it. He wants it removed ASAP. I think it fell yesterday, so we're gonna go do it for him. I'm gonna go do it for him right now, actually. For today's lunch, chicken parm. One of my all-time favorites. Can't go wrong with a nice chicken parm sandwich. Drop in the comments what you guys eat for lunch while you're working. You do something easy like this, you just pick it up, or do you make food? I know Papa Zig makes his own food. Most of the time, Steve's like me, he likes to just buy the food on the go and just go. But solid food from the deli. There's the branch right there. It's a decent size if we can see it. We're gonna just turn around. So we do cut this guy's house. This is not part of the lake itself, but the lake, he's on the lake. If you've seen the big fields that we cut. Let's take a look here real quick. That's a decent branch. He snapped up top. Broken into a few pieces. We'll just be able to pick up some of this. I think this main one's gonna have to be cut into two or three. That's not terrible though. It'll be quick. That part looks alive. This part is obviously rotten and dead, but it had one part that was alive. It probably just got weak over time and good wind, and boom, it falls over. That's what happens usually. Let's go get, I hope the chainsaw's in here. I didn't even check on my way here. If it's not, we're in trouble. I got the pole saw at least. Oh yeah, we do have the chainsaw. There it is. Chain's a little bit loose. And we'll get that straightened out. That was like 10 minutes or so to clean that up. I'm just gonna clean up whatever I can and with a pail, and then we'll blow all the rest right into the woods. All right, let's go home for now. We got more stuff to do when we get home. I didn't even realize how dirty my face is until now. I just was looking at my phone and I saw my reflection. I'm all dirty. You know, that's when you had a good day at work, I guess. You know, you did something productive. It's not all clean business. It's not all, oh, let's go get the work done, clean work boots, look pretty and stuff. No, it's none of that. It's not always like that. You know, you gotta, this is a dirty job. This is not for the faint of heart. Not gonna speck of dirt on yourself. You're gonna get dirty, so that's how you know you had a good day. What's going on, Steve?
You're filming me?
Yeah.
Did you do anything today?
Yeah, you didn't do anything today.
I took my daughter to the doctor's.
Yeah.
That's what being the boss is all about.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna start my work.
Yeah. So what do we got on the schedule now? We got to do the yard book, right?
Send out some estimates for aerating.
Yeah.
We're gonna work on that walker mower, I believe, the one we were selling.
Okay.
What else? Oh, show them this wall. We're gonna rip this whole wall down this week.
Yeah, this whole wall has been a disaster from day one. It's fallen over a little bit, but you've seen the videos. You know, the driveway is tough in here.
And he's one of the reasons we're ripping it down. He likes to chase the dogs around and jump.
Yeah, he's
up the wall, and he's too big to be doing that with the joints specifically in larger breed dogs. He'll just come out the front door and just launch himself right up the wall.
Yeah.
But besides that, the wall has no purpose. It's not holding back really anything. We're just going to get rid of the dirt and it'll be honestly easier to grade the dirt right down to the driveway, right?
Yeah.
So when we're backing trucks in, we don't have to worry about hitting blocks, but also when we're cutting the grass, we can just come right down onto the driveway and turn around.
Yeah, yeah.
And same thing with the dogs. They can just walk right up the hill.
Yep.
And that when cars turn around too, they don't have to worry about their bumper going anywhere near blocks.
Yeah.
And aside from it, it doesn't look horrible, but it is starting to lean in spots. So we're going to rip them all down, put them on pallets, and put them for sale on Facebook. Because I know the blocks are probably anywhere between $5 and $8 a block. We'll probably sell them for $1 or $2 each.
Yeah.
Make a couple $100 or whatever is here. I don't know. Instead of dumping them over the hill, we could sell them.
Yeah.
They're in good shape. It's just they didn't put enough drainage behind the wall from the beginning. So
yeah,
that's it.
The tree wasn't that bad, by the way.
It wasn't?
No. A couple cuts. I cut it maybe 3 or 4 times.
That's it. It looked bigger in the picture.
It was long, but it wasn't that big. I picked up the pieces.
In the shower?
Yeah.
Haley Zignorski, future landscaper, is knocked out.
Yeah.
Just ate her formula lunch. She's zoinked.
Yeah.
Time for a good nap.
Bring that aerosol over and let you demo it a little bit and go over it. If you get a chance, give me a call.
See, I'm tempted to just buy the damn thing. You gotta spend money to make money, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna go nuts with aerating. I know we are.
Yeah.
But we're gonna, are you filming this too?
Yeah.
We're gonna combine it with the windstorm, which we know we need.
We need that for sure.
We need it for
100%.
sure. And it's either get an aerator or get a 61-inch V-Ride. And we don't need another stander right now because we're good.
Yeah.
But if we get the aerator 20% off with the fleet deal or whatever it comes out to, we're gonna use it. We're gonna use it in the springtime too.
Yeah, call him back.
I'm gonna call him and see whatever time he can bring it here, but we'll aerate this property. What I was thinking is, for a good video, is dig out a square that hasn't been aerated and then aerate everything, and then dig out a square that has been aerated and see what it looks like.
Yeah, that's a good
put
idea.
It like
in a jar or something,
like a clear thing, and
tote.
See what it does over time.
Yeah.
Over like a week's time of overseeding just on top of dirt, not this crappy spot, but like a decent spot.
Yeah.
And overseeding with aerating on a spot, and just see what the difference is within a week in a controlled environment, or like outside pretty much, in like a light watering, something.
What if you put it in a clear container and then you look through?
Yeah.
And you saw it over a week.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But do 2 different samples or something. But I don't know. I want to buy it. It's just so expensive.
The Air Storm.
Yes.
That's what it's called.
And it has the overseeder built into it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Which is in, it's in the front.
Call him back.
Yeah.
He said he could drop it off to demo.
I don't know if they drop it off and leave it with us and we take it back. I've never demoed anything before. Our dad demoed a Ferris about 5 years ago. Blower, the big blower, and he was in business. But
Reach Eric with KPM Exceptional. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll return your call shortly. Thank you.
let's see.
He didn't answer, but that's fine. We're going to be demoing an aerator at some point. We know that. That'll be in another video, though. That's obviously not going to happen today.
And I wonder, too, sometimes we were offered a Skag Windstorm as a demo to purchase. What is it, 50, 100 hours usually?
Yeah.
And you save...
We did do that, didn't we?
No, they offered it to us this spring.
Oh, well, you did demo a Skag Windstorm the first time.
Oh, Dad did.
Yeah. It wasn't a Ferris blower.
It was a Skag. It was in 2017 or 18. But then they offered to sit... This was a completely different dealership back then.
This is our go-to, guys, the Ford lawnmower, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Down in Piscataway, New Jersey. 2 locations they got. But we'll shout them out. We'll shout them out once again, along with Skag, once they deliver it, or however the demo works. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Me specifically, me and you have never demoed it.
With something.
Dad did. He picked it up.
Yeah.
Brought it home, used it for a weekend, and then brought it back. But it sounds like they're going to bring it to the house almost. But we'll see.
That means that when they bring it to the house, Steve's gonna fall in love with it and want to buy it right away.
Which, like, I do everything.
Yeah, but we're gonna need to make a business decision.
Yes. I'm past the falling in love and financing everything out of this world. Like we've said, I did that back in my early 20s, and I've outgrown that. Now, if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. I think it does.
Yeah.
It's going to. We didn't even get any aerating customers back yet because we never sent out our quotes. Should have been sent out in the winter time when we sent everything else out. We didn't know that we were going to be aerating.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it next spring too. I know that fall is the time to do it, but a lot of people still want it done in the springtime.
And those lawns that you saw me cut today, those were a handful of our nicer lawns. They're
Large
big lawns, large properties. They're, what are they, an acre and more?
Two of them are an acre, one of them is almost an acre, and then the other one's 3/4 or 0.8 acres, and they're all going to sign up for aerating. Yeah. Because they've all specifically asked us, do you aerate? Yeah. In the past, the one house with the pool. Yeah. Did you show them?
I did the back. I did the front, but I didn't get to show the back.
I got that house back in 2013 when I was a senior in high school. So 10 years I've been doing that property, and they've always wondered about aerating, and I've just said, oh, I'd recommend the local fertilizer guy. But now we just realized that bell kind of went off in our head, right? Yeah. Why are we not just taking the work and buying the piece of equipment? Yeah. Just like we do with everything else. We get a piece of equipment for it, so why not aerate?
So we're lining all that up in the process, and then the yard book, we're gonna send out some estimates to some of these people that we believe would be interested in it, and they can either go for it or not, but it's gonna be easy just to send them a quote via yard book.
But too, did we throw this in the last video about the fleet deal, about possibly purchasing something else besides the windstorm? Oh, he just called.
Dang.
The ringer was off.
Yeah, call him back.
Tag, you're it.
Hi Eric, how are you? My ringtone was off. Sorry about that.
Me too, same thing. I always miss you.
No problem.
Yeah, no worries. Good to hear from you.
Yep, you too.
So, yeah, I'd like to bring that machine out and do a demo with you. If you tell me if you got a place and a day, I'm open this week pretty much.
Okay. How far are you willing to go? Like, can he come right to my house?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's no problem at all.
Okay, because I got a decent sized property here. We could do it and try it out and whatnot.
What's your schedule like tomorrow? Not to drop it on you.
Tomorrow, unfortunately, is a full day, but we have Wednesday open and the second half of Thursday and all day Friday.
Let's go for Wednesday then.
Yeah,
that'd be fine.
Wednesday would be perfect.
Let's call it like, yeah, it'll take me a while to get up there because I'm down in Old Bridge. So,
okay.
How about like 10:30, somewhere in there?
Perfect. Yeah, we'll be home all day.
All right, 10:30. And if you want to just text me your address.
Sure.
When we get off, and I'll see you then.
Perfect. I really appreciate it.
You got it. No
all right.
problem.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Sweet.
Wednesday, 10:30.
The air storm,
yep.
Aero storm, air storm. How do you pronounce it?
Aerostorm.
Aerostorm.
I believe Aerostorm. Yeah. We saw it at the trade show.
Yeah,
at the
we
Meadowlands, did. And it looks like a really, really well-built unit, like the rest of Skag's products. The same platform that you stand on, the V-Ride platform. Engine's out in the front, so I'm assuming it's going to be good with weight. You're not going to be pulling wheelies up hills, I don't think, because the engine's literally all the way out. It's not like the windstorm where it's here because the blower's out front, but this thing is all the way out front. I'm going to text him the address right now. Yeah.
We were looking into that Walker one. Mike in New Jersey is going to be upset that we're not looking into the...
I mean, this doesn't...
We are looking into the Walker one. We got the price for it.
We're not... It's a demo. It doesn't mean we're buying it. It's their job is to run it out and demo it because most people will buy it. I would love to buy a unit specifically for aerating. Yeah,
and the reason why we're leaning towards this as well is I know we'll figure out how to put a bucket on the front of it.
And use it for mulch.
Use it for mulch. Because it's just a pointless thing. You're only going to put however many hours on it for the year and it's just going to sit.
Not pointless, because if you use it in the springtime and the fall and you make X amount of dollars in 2 seasons, it's going to... I feel like we're going to pay for this thing this fall alone. Yeah. And then we won't feel guilty about it sitting all winter. I could see some snow contractors figuring out... We haven't even really seen it. We saw it at the trade show. We haven't seen it in person yet, where you could like take the tines off and put a blade on the front and push snow, or do sidewalks with snow or something. But while we're on the topic of it, the fleet deal. I've done it with Ferris. I think that's all I've done it with, right? It's Ferris. Because we bought a walker, we didn't need any other walkers. We bought the Toro, we didn't need another Toro. We bought the Sky Windstorm by itself, we didn't need anything else at the time. We're doing something now because of course it makes sense to, if you need it, buy it when you can get the fleet deal. And you can also add in other equipment, I think up to 10% of the value, or that's at least what it was last time. Like you could buy,
like what if you throw parts in there? Do you get them off?
So I bought, it's funny, that's why we got rid of the Hurricane blower, was the transmissions, the transaxle hydros built-in one. Was it 1,500 bucks? I was able to throw that in the financing on the Windstorm and the Walker when I bought them together.
Yeah.
Because Sheffield Financial, I think it's them or the dealer lets you throw 10% of your total bill in parts, other equipment or whatever. So this is, me and Jim are in on this together. So it's running through my head, if we're gonna get the Windstorm, say it's 13,000 bucks.
Yeah.
We need one more thing to get the fleet deal to save the 20% or the 15 or 25, whatever the heck, I think it's 20%. We get the aerator for, and save 20% off of, it's either, you can look at it both ways, 10% off of each piece of equipment or 20% off of one. We save 20% off of the aerator, I don't know, instead of 15 grand, it's now 12. And the Windstorm's at full price if you want to think of it that way, because we're going to use the Windstorm every single day.
Yeah.
Which we do with the other one. But then we can add 10% on top of that. So say we spend 25 grand, we can add $2,500 on top of that if we choose. So I'm thinking,
in parts, you're saying? Parts
or weed whackers or leaf blowers. I'm thinking sell the 4 Red Max backpacks. They're the 8550s.
Yeah.
They're a year and a half old, almost 2. Sell them for good cash before fall cleanups, and then get the 8650, or is it the 8560? 8560, I think it is.
Yeah.
Get 3 new ones and throw them on the tab. Because that 1,500 bucks in the 3 leaf blowers, broken down over 48 months financing, is nothing.
And then whatever you could sell the old ones for.
Yeah, we sell them for 400 bucks a piece cash. That's what we do every single fall.
Yeah.
And just, we put a lot of hours on them, get rid of them. They're in good shape, but send them on their way to someone who's not going to use them as much.
Yeah, somebody just getting started out.
So we could get 1,200 bucks for 3 blowers, and then buy 3 brand new ones built into the financing is a win-win. And it's a next step up. It's the 8560. So
yeah,
it's a lot of talk, but it's a lot of business thinking.
Yeah. So well, all this stuff's going to be coming in motion in these upcoming videos. I think we're just about wrapped up with this one for now.
Did you let them know about the Wi-Fi being out?
I did.
That's why we haven't made
That's why we haven't made videos. Now we're going full force though. We're getting videos out.
Yep.
I got a lot stored.
Tell your friends. Share the channel. Give us a subscribe and thumbs up down low, because Jim's going to be busting his butt even more than he was before to get these videos out. We got a lot of good content coming out. So that'll wrap it up. I'm done being a dad for this morning. I'm going to get my work clothes on and go to work. Yeah. And I'm going to keep working. But thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned. We'll have more coming.